Next on Paranormal, Caught on Camera. Two investigators in Ohio
Let's see if we got anything.
are confronted by the ghosts of a haunted funeral home.
Being able to capture something like that on camera to validate our experience was incredible.
A woman's husband in England is run through by an aggressive specter.
He was trying to come up with logical answers to it, but I was adamant that this was something paranormal for sure.
A toddler in Mississippi
Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
sees the spirit of a man who died decades ago.
Your daddy's missing you.
In the moment, I was very, very freaked out.
And even more paranormal footage you have to see
Oh my God.
to believe. According to one study, over 2/3 of Americans claim to have had at least one paranormal experience in their lives. And most of those witnesses probably have a great story to share at parties. But if you're truly lucky, a supernatural event is so mind-blowing that it reaches into a previously unaccessed part of your brain and changes who you are. Such was the case for a Colorado guide when he paused his rafting tour for a quick break on shore and saw this. May 2025, somewhere near Bond, Colorado, along the Colorado River. Professional mountain guide Logan Kirk is on a rafting trip with 10 clients and 4 other guides, stopped along a remote area of the river for lunch. When, up on a nearby hillside, the group suddenly spots something that blows their minds.
He's
not moving like a man. Oh my goodness.
It's a figure, tall, hairy, and seemingly looking right at the tour group.
I'm Logan Kirk, and I shot the video. About 20 minutes into our lunch break, we noticed up on the hill that there was what we thought was a bear. I pulled out my phone and started recording right away just because that's a neat sight for people to experience on the river. And that's when we noticed that whatever this thing wasn't a bear, and it was standing upright, bipedal, and moving around on the ridge line across the river from us. We were estimating at maybe 7 to 8 feet tall and very hairy over its entire body. It had a very odd-shaped head that seemed to kind of move up into like a weird domed kind of crest. And I mean, I could see the thing's face and hands. It was huge and hairy and not like anything that I'd ever seen before or expect to see out there.
Okay, I'm just going to say it, Bigfoot. It looks like Bigfoot. It looks a lot like Bigfoot. In fact, this is one of the best sightings I've seen, in my opinion.
When it comes to Bigfoot footage, we are almost always dealing with clips that are unbelievably brief or blurry or obfuscated by some sort of landscape or foliage issue going on. And this one is the exact opposite of that. We have a super clear shot, clear video, sustained filming.
This looks like Bigfoot was getting ready to shoot his mixtape cover. Bigfoot was out here looking sexy. Bigfoot done slimmed down a little bit. He was moving, he was agile.
It was just surreal. It's one of those things where if I hadn't shot that video, I wouldn't be believing myself because it's so easy to just kind of wash that away.
And also, easy to chalk up to some other explanation.
I don't think you can make any reasonable argument that this is something like a bear. It is not a bear, okay? It is either the legitimate, real-life Bigfoot, or it's a person in a Bigfoot suit. There's no two ways about it.
Which then begs the question.
If this is a person in a suit, how'd he get there? How'd the person in the suit arrive in this particular place? I think that question maybe is a good one to consider here.
I wore in ghillie suits many times throughout my life. That is not a ghillie suit. I can tell you that 100% surety. But here's the thing. As we were coming down the river, and after this experience, we're talking about this thing. We're excited. There was no other boats. There was nobody out there on the water. To get to this exact location, you would have to walk miles through extremely inhospitable backcountry for the chance to trick somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Whenever people tell me something like this is too good to be true, I try to remind them that our cameras have gotten so much better to the point that our smartphones can film at 4K. Humans are encroaching in wildlife areas in numbers unlike any time previously. So maybe that leads to more sightings.
And the location of this sighting certainly backs that up.
These reported sightings go back to the earliest 20th century, even before, cameras and everything else were even invented. In Colorado alone, in the last couple years, there's been over 100 sightings.
And given Logan's extensive experience, it's only fitting that he can now count himself as one of those witnesses.
I have been going down that river for 6 years now, but I have been guiding professionally. This will be year 26, minus a few years in the military when I was doing my military work. Guiding is what I do. I'm a professional guide. I'm a professional mountain guide. I'm a professional river guide. I'm a professional fishing guide. I have spent years of my life embedded in the wilderness, and this was the first time experiencing this.
Sometimes you do need somebody who knows the area, who's seen the area, to confirm something that magnificent. I mean, he's never seen it. We've never seen it. And for him to be like, yo, I haven't even seen it, lets you know that there's something there.
But now that he has seen it, Logan is different. Forever.
I really do believe that we saw a Bigfoot, and that has changed my entire perspective on these things. And it's definitely, like I said, created more of an interest for me personally to find out the truth of these things. I don't want to just let this thing die. I want to know what it was that we saw and why. It's not some hoax. It's not something made up from time and time ago. No, there is something in the wilderness, in the mountains today, right now, that we would describe as a Bigfoot. How can that not change you?
Coming up, a toddler in Mississippi.
Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Who communicates with the dead.
What does it look like?
A daddy ghost.
There are many who believe that children, unfettered by cynical thoughts, have an ease with the paranormal that sometimes allows free-flowing communication with the other side. And while not every child will necessarily have these experiences, there are some that are essentially predestined to do so. Because in rare cases, this openness to the spiritual world could actually be a trait passed down from generation to generation. Case in point, a 2-year-old in Mississippi who's seeing the same spirit that her mother did
See?
23 years ago.
Daddy.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
February 2025. In Petal, Mississippi. Cheyenne Keene is watching TV when her 2-year-old daughter Mabel approaches with an unsettling claim that she keeps returning to.
Don't see me.
What sees you? The ghost? What are you talking about?
My mom.
My name is Cheyenne, and these are my videos. My daughter, Mabel, she keeps trying to get my attention. Mommy, come here. Mommy, look at this. I'll kind of take you back to the beginning. She was a wonderful sleeper when she was about 6 months to a year. And all of a sudden, she wouldn't sleep in her bed by herself. She was, don't leave me. She was very scared.
And she was scared because of a presence in the home that Mabel is apparently leading her mother to.
What did you say?
Don't see me.
Well, where is it?
In my closet.
In your closet?
Yes.
Is he nice?
Yes. In my dad.
Mabel is very smart. She's 2 years old. She turned 2 in November, so she'll be 3 this November. She's been talking for about a year, very cognitive, very aware. So when she started saying those things, we absolutely believed her.
Which makes Mabel's next claim, on another night, 3 months later, even more chilling.
Right here.
Okay, who is it?
Daddy. Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Is where?
Daddy's right there.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, show me.
See?
Oh.
Your daddy's missing you.
My daddy's missing me?
She caught my attention very much when she said, your daddy's here. In the moment, I was very, very freaked out. I show her a picture of my late father, and she immediately, that's Daddy Ghost, that's Daddy Ghost. And I've never talked to her about my dad, never, showed her a picture and said, this is your grandfather, nothing like that. So when she did that, it was very, we knew who she was seeing at that point.
She is adamant this is happening. This is matter of fact. This doesn't come across as, hey, I've got an invisible friend here kind of thing. It's like, no, your father is here. Your dad.
No, it's your daddy.
I don't think it's something that a toddler would think to say just for effect or for the performative nature of it, is when she says that what he's doing is missing you, meaning missing her mother, his daughter.
Your daddy's missing you.
That, to me, was like, why would a 2-year-old think to say that unless it was true?
Making the situation even more bizarre is what happened to Cheyenne when she herself was her daughter's age.
My dad passed in 2002, and I was 2, almost 3. He passed in a car accident, so it was very suddenly. And me and my mother were also in the wreck. Some people stopped, and I was in their vehicle, and I told that lady, can you tell my mom to stop crying? Because my daddy said he's okay. And so at that point, he had passed. So many times after, I would just tell mom in the car, my daddy's sitting next to you. My daddy's on the couch with us, just random times, that I would see him, and I would let my mom know that he was absolutely there.
One of the thoughts we have in the supernatural is that the sixth sense is genetically passed down. There's no scientific proof for it, but there does seem to be anecdotal experiences with it.
It just goes to show how psychically strong that family is, not only as the new member of the family, but also as those who have passed that are sentient enough, strong enough to come forward and guard the new members of the family as spirit guides and ancestral energies.
A gift that Cheyenne doesn't take for granted.
I just feel very grateful to have had that opportunity through my daughter, which is so special, makes it even more special because that's also her grandfather. And it almost just makes me feel like he's been here the whole time, so he hasn't missed a thing. I do feel like I'm starting to gain a relationship that I was never able to have. Thinking about the possibility of him missing me meant a lot.
Your daddy's missing you.
My daddy's missing me?
I saw him.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In him.
Okay, show me.
Coming up, a man in England has a close encounter with a ghost. While the supernatural might be unnerving to most, many experts believe that anxiety is unjustified. That just because something might be unusual doesn't mean it's malicious. And if you don't believe it, consider this. You've likely encountered the paranormal on several occasions already, and not even known it. Just ask a woman in England whose husband's trip to the recycle bin led to a stunning encounter he barely registered. November 27th, 2024, in Dorset, England. Alicia Penman's husband takes their recycling outside, and when he returns to their front door, something strange happens. Watch closely. Watch again, in slow motion. Right after he unlocks his door, a presence, seemingly materializing from thin air, blows right past him, causing him to glance briefly behind him before heading inside, while his wife Alicia, watching the video moments later from work, is totally freaked out.
My name is Alicia Penman, and this is my video. I was shocked. I was concerned because obviously it's my home. I replayed it, double-checked what I saw, and then I showed it to my colleague, and she couldn't believe it either. And she said, that's definitely a spirit. Looked like a figure of some sort, you know, the head and the body.
This is the kind of thing that I love. It literally looks like some type of fast-moving smoke or fog that kind of morphs into a human-type shape for a few moments and then just kind of dissipates extremely fast right by this person.
And makes enough of an impression for Alicia's husband to seemingly react to it in the moment, which Alicia also notices.
That's what triggered my curiosity. So when I got home, I said to him, what happened? Why did you react when you took your cycling out? And he looked at me a bit strange. He said, oh, I thought something pulled on my pocket and something fell out. He said, why'd you ask? So I showed him the video and he couldn't believe it. He went very, very quiet. Didn't want to look at it initially. He was like, I can't handle this.
It's kind of hilarious to me that the way he describes this interaction is that it felt like something was trying to pickpocket him. But that's also our brains trying to rationalize something that strikes us as so out of the ordinary.
He was trying to come up with logical answers to it, but I was adamant that this was something paranormal for sure.
And for Alicia, paranormal means potentially threatening.
I do think it was some sort of spirit trying to get into our home, and my husband either blocked it or they tried to get into my husband and couldn't. I mean, was it an angry spirit? Was it coming to warn us about something, protect us from something? My main concern is, were they here to hurt my family, mainly my husband?
There are those who believe that for a spirit to enter a home, they have to be invited in. You hear about knockers. Now this is the reverse. He's going into the house. Could there be a hanger-on, a stowaway that's coming in with him?
Maybe. But according to Alicia, her husband hopes he never finds out.
I think he's afraid. So he doesn't tend to talk about it too much, or if he does, it's with humor. And that's his coping mechanism. Because I think if he opens himself up to it, he believes he's going to get more unwelcome attention.
This might give him a reason to not ever take out the trash again. You know, he can tell his wife, I am now traumatized. I get spiritually beat up every time I go outside. You take out the trash, ma'am.
For her part, if Alicia does take over recycling duties, she's up for the challenge.
I haven't felt scared because I saw it go from the door. It didn't come in, and we haven't experienced anything within the house yet. Who knows? They might come back. Who knows? I don't know, but I hope we catch it again.
Coming up, a bright light in the sky.
Look at that.
Blows the minds of 2 people in Nevada.
Oh my God.
If you've ever looked up into the sky, determined to spot a UFO, but have, so far, come up empty, perhaps the best advice is to keep on going. Because there are some who believe that even though you might feel ready to see alien life, the alien life must also be ready to be seen by you. But with patience, persistence, and an open mind, you could end up like one couple in Nevada who went from wishing for a sighting
Look at that.
to this.
Oh my God.
May 2nd, 2024, in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's around 9 p.m. and Brendan Walker is in his backyard with his fiancée, Brandy Vanetta, when, in the skies above,
Oh my.
a bright blue light, massive, hovering,
Look at that.
and blowing the minds of both Brendan and Brandy for almost 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's really weird. That's not even flying like the plane.
Oh my God.
Before finally vanishing just as quickly as it arrived.
It's going higher and higher and higher. It's disappearing.
Oh my God.
What the?
I'm Brendan Walker,
I'm Brandy Vanetta.
and this is our video.
It's the weirdest thing.
We saw this thing over the Red Rock Canyon, and it was just like this little tiny like ball, and all of a sudden it has this halo, this big huge glow around it.
I was like freaking out because I was like, oh my God, what is that? What is that? I've never seen anything like that before.
We were just in amazement.
That is so weird.
This is something very strange. I don't know what to make of what we're seeing here. happening. I mean, obviously it's not a helicopter, it's not a drone, it's not a plane.
I can guarantee you that's not the SpaceX launch. I have video of SpaceX from Joshua Tree, because it happens all the time, and it looks nothing like that.
It's really interesting here that the big bright light has this sort of obscuring haze around it, but then we see an airplane fly across the sky between the camera and the giant light, and that's not obscured by clouds or fog or anything. It's clear as a bell.
Oh my.
It was the most amazing thing. And I'm so glad that I caught this on camera to be able to see something that's so unimaginable. And I'm glad that I was there to see it.
Especially since, according to the couple, while the capture on camera is impressive, in person, it's different.
Why is it foggy?
I don't know, baby. Are you on the video?
I am.
The camera does not actually display exactly how amazing this was. When you're actually seeing it with your eyes, I mean, you could see like there was a little spaceship or a little dot in the middle, and then it had this huge aura around it.
That is so bizarre. I can't get it to focus.
And there may be a reason for that.
Sometimes I feel the reason why the camera doesn't pick up what we're seeing is because the phenomena is meant for us to perceive and not necessarily for a device to.
And in this case, perhaps very specifically,
Oh my gosh.
it was just for Brendan and Brandy.
This specific night, I was explaining to her while we're in the backyard, and I was like saying, in my old house, I always would like lay in the backyard for hours upon hours in like my zero gravity chair and just look at the sky. So as I was explaining that to her, saying like it was unreal to see all these particular things in the sky, all of a sudden I stand up, I turn around, and boom, this is what you see in the video. How it happened the way it did, it was actually just talking about it right before, and I stand up, turn around, and there it is. It's like, oh my gosh.
In stories of people who have encountered a UFO, they will often say, I see these all the time, or I was just thinking about this, or I was just describing a UFO that I saw to someone when another one showed up.
That's not a coincidence. That's a way of the universe starting to reveal the reality of these objects.
As for Brendan and Brandy, they're believers.
After experiencing that together and experience that, in our backyard and seeing how clear that was, I mean, for me, it basically does confirm that there is things outside of our knowledge and our reach, that there is life outside of this planet. Absolutely.
Going higher and higher. It's disappearing.
Oh my God.
Walker.
Look at it. It's gone.
Coming up, 2 investigators at a haunted Ohio funeral home are taunted.
Let's see if we got anything.
By its spirits. Funeral homes are often thought to be haunted. And while some might chalk that up to the obvious remains of the dead, it's also the emotions from the living that help cause that energy to manifest. Just ask 2 paranormal investigators in Ohio who witnessed that energy.
Let's see if we got anything.
Firsthand. June 2024, Felicity, Ohio. Paranormal investigators Stephen Brodt and Dylan Stevens have returned for the second time to the Broadwell Funeral Home.
All right, here we go, guys.
A building with a supernatural reputation.
I'm Steve. I'm Dylan. And we filmed this video.
The Broadwell Funeral Home was originally just built as a single-family home. It transitioned into a funeral home very shortly after being constructed, and it would operate as that for basically its entire use. It's a little spooky. It's a little spooky. The current owners actually bought it to move and downsize their house. Once they started work on the home, they began realizing that there was a lot of strange things happening. It got to the point that so many weird things were happening within the home, the wife actually refused to live there.
The funeral home is really this transition point. So it's where recently deceased people are going to be housed. It's also where people really in the early grief and mourning periods are going to be spending their time. So when it comes to what kind of spirit presences or energies might be in this place, there's like a whole range of contenders.
They actually still live in their old house and refuse to move into this one because of the paranormal activity.
Paranormal activity that Stephen and Dylan very quickly pick up on with their audio recording device.
Let's see if we got anything. There's a whole lot. Hold on.
Listen again. As the voice Dylan records seems to swear at him.
Anytime somebody in a sentence with MFer, it's either one or two things. One, they about to whoop your butt, or two, they love you to death.
It was almost cheeky in a way. It seemed more comical, like this spirit has like a really edgy sense of humor and not so much threatening.
It was kind of funny because I feel like a lot of these locations, they remember people that come through. So I feel like maybe at the very beginning, they weren't too happy that we were back. So I took it kind of as like a sarcastic kind of thing, you know? They're just, I guess, kind of happy to see us, maybe not so much.
But happy or not, most important is that something is clearly here. Which becomes even more evident when Stephen and Dylan head to the funeral home basement.
We're gonna be moving in a second, okay? We're gonna go downstairs to the basement. We were using a word generator where the spirits can go in and manipulate the different EMF levels to choose words they want to communicate with you. And throughout the session, we'd actually gotten 2 in a row that said, use camera and take photo.
Use camera.
Picture again? Yeah. Use camera. We'll have to take some pictures after this. So we started taking pictures, which we rarely do on investigations anymore.
And when they do,
look at this. Watch, watch, watch. It's a live picture. Watch the shadow.
watch as the photo's live feature shows a shadow entering the room through the doorway on the left.
Yeah, I've been ghost hunting for 12 years now. You've been doing it for 16. So I think it was one of those things where it's like, when we first saw it, we're like, okay, was I standing in front of the flash? Was I standing in a weird way where my shadow reflected off the wall somehow? So we sat there for a few minutes and we tried to debunk this, taking multiple pictures and moving around the room to see how the shadow would appear. It's like someone runs by.
And then the next one, it doesn't do it.
But we weren't able to replicate it. But that was such a cool capture that I don't think we really anticipate. I mean, those are so rare. Yeah. It was such a cool capture.
You can clearly see, without a doubt, there was a dark, tall shadow. Truly remarkable and very hair-raising.
It's transparent. It doesn't really have a shape as far as any kind of bodily shape. It just looks like a sliver, a large sliver of darkness that kind of goes across the back of the wall.
It goes just like that. That's crazy. That's actually nuts.
Being able to capture something like that on camera to validate our experience was incredible.
And it's also more than enough evidence to allow them to leave the home, convinced that it's haunted.
So I would say that the Broadwell Funeral Home is definitely haunted. This is a location that we always love going back to. If you guys get the opportunity, I would definitely check it out.
What does that say, dude?
It's one of those ones where it makes your brain really kind of think hard about how is this possible, what are we interacting with, and is it going to happen again if we go back?
Coming up, a woman's home security camera captures a mysterious entity hovering in the street. In many cultures around the world, during specific times of the year, there's a tradition called the Procession of Souls, where the living march in white robes in memory and prayer for the souls of the dead. And there are some who believe that these events prompt the dead to march right alongside them. But recently, one woman in Brazil seemed to capture some evidence that suggests at least some souls feel no obligation to wait for the living. March 8th, 2025, Arapiraca, Brazil. It's 10:30 p.m. and Gabriela Barros Silva, home alone and heading for bed, checks her security camera to keep an eye on the street outside, fearful of a potential robbery or home invasion. But instead of any criminal activity, she accidentally discovers something much more terrifying. A bizarre, luminescent form hovering in the street and freaking out Gabriela as she films her security camera app with her phone.
My name is Gabriela, and I recorded the video of some strange sightings here on my street. At the time, it was a very strange feeling of not knowing what was happening, because what I was seeing seemed to be something that was not real. So the feeling of not knowing what it was, not being able to describe it, and also never having seen it before was what caused me the shock.
When I first watched this clip, I'm not gonna lie, I was stunned. Over and over I watched this clip because it is so extraordinary. It truly is. You could see full body shapes standing there. At times it almost looked like they were in a huddle, if you will. Almost like they were holding something, kind of lower at their midsection, kind of bowed down.
This is one of the strangest looking ghost captures I've ever seen. I don't think I would actually call it a ghost. It looks like something alive, like almost alien in nature.
Gabriela films the anomaly for almost 5 minutes before it finally begins to dissipate in front of her eyes.
The fact that we see it appear, we see it sort of stretch and spread and morph, and then just slowly fade away, I think also helps make the case that this might in fact be something intangible, some sort of spirit form.
Gabriela is on the same page, especially given the time of year. Lent.
Here in Brazil, during Lent, there are some groups of souls that have not yet been saved, that go out walking on the streets in search of salvation and prayers. So this is something that is expected during this period of Lent. And because I live in Brazil, close to a cemetery, I thought that it could be that.
And there's one other piece of compelling evidence.
Within this legend of the procession of souls, it says that the people who happen to see it, they die, or they go sick or go crazy. I got sick. It took me a week to recover. I had to get psychological counseling, and I think it was very correlated that I got sick right after that because I was in perfect health.
With the procession of souls, what someone is experiencing when they encounter these souls in limbo is a little bit of a sense of purgatory, what it's like, that discomfort, that disease that comes from not being able to reach one's final rest. And the fact that these images showed up and that sense of discomfort and unease happened during Lent, I think it makes perfect sense.
Whatever was happening, Gabriella is convinced, at a minimum, it's paranormal.
My conclusion is that this is truly a supernatural thing, that it doesn't have a logical explanation. And the experience I gained from this just confirms that there truly is a spiritual world.
What should you do in the event you witness something paranormal?
What does it look like?
A daddy ghost.
Here are some tips to get it all on camera. Check your footage, and then check it again. Try to communicate from a very safe distance. Trust that what you're feeling really is something paranormal. And
oh my God,
if you do catch something, email us at submitparanormal@gmail.com. Your footage could be seen right here on Paranormal Caught on Camera.